So let's see this in an example. Let's work on a program that averages a set of test scores entered by the user. So this program could look like this. First, we can ask user for the n, which means how many test scores the user has. Then we can set the total to 0, and then we can repeat n times using a for loop. And then in each pass, we can ask for x value, which can be used for test scores. Then we can add the x to the total accumulator. Then when the loop is over, we can set the average to total divided by n, and then we can finally output the average. So let's see this program in the compiler. Okay, let's look at the average one program. So first, we said that we need to input n. N should be an integer input. And we're going to ask the user how many test scores do they have. So how many test scores do you have? So question mark, one space. And then once we get this from the user, we can set a total accumulator to 0. And then we're going to start our for loop, which is for I in range n. So, and then, so in each pass in the loop, we're going to get the x value, which should be a floating or an integer in this case. Let's do an integer. Integer input, and then we can say enter a score or enter a test score. Then we can add x to the total by saying that total is total plus x. And then this is the entire body of the loop. And then when the loop is finally done, we can create a variable called average. And average should be total divided by n. And finally, we can print average. We can say, let's do backslash n, the average of the numbers or average of the test scores is comma. All right, so looks like we're finally done. Okay, so if everything is good, we can go ahead and test this. Okay, so how many test scores do you have? Let's go with 3. And then enter the first one. Let's say 70. Second one is 80. And third one is 90. The average of the test scores is 80. So looks like it's working fine.